Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm inside because it's a rainy day today, but I have some breaking news coming out of Trinidad and Tobago. Former Prime Minister Keith Rowley was flagged and he was detained in Antigua and Barbuda, my friends. Yes, former Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Keith Rowley, on Sunday, July 13th, was detained during a stopover in Antigua and Barbuda. He discovered that his name was flagged and on an Interpol watch list. That's a watch list, a European watch list in France, Paris, that his name was placed on, reportedly at the state agencies in Trinidad and Tobago. So Rowley is saying that it is the government, Kamla Persad Bisasa government, that placed him on the list. And we have yet to hear a response from the government as yet. But Rowley was en route to Montserrat to mark the 30th anniversary of the volcano when he encountered unexpected challenges in Antigua. He was held up in Antigua. Rowley has since criticized the government of Trinidad and Tobago and calling them corrupt, and it's a vicious plot to cause damage to his character. Rowley is now demanding answers from the current Prime Minister Kamla Persad Bosasa and Police Commissioner Alistair Govero, questioning the basis of which an ex-Prime Minister, to say nothing to an ordinary citizen, could be placed on such an international watch list. I want you to have a little listen of Rowley himself and exactly what happened. Former Prime Minister Keith Rowley will explain what exactly happened, and then I will come back with some analysis.
Former Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley says he was flagged while transiting Antigua. During a media briefing, Dr. Rowley revealed that he was informed he appeared on a watch list, which was later confirmed to be an Interpol list.
Last week, Sunday, I left this country to travel to another Caribbean country. I had to travel through one Caribbean country to another.
Yes, that is Rowley explaining what happened to him in Antigua. The audio is a little bit low.
Through one Caribbean country.
I apologize for the audio.
And quite a few of you, when you asked me what I was going to do when I retire, I told you I was spending part of my life, my children, and grandchildren, I'm doing that right here. And where else they are. And I could travel. I told you that. So, as I make my bookings and so on, not one person would know my whereabouts. And I talk to you about. But in this season of hatred, spite, and retribution, it's not common for uncomplimentary things and unfounded allegations and accusations to be thrown in my direction. I consider that to be part of the course. The course is getting rougher, the eyes are getting darker, but it's still part of the course. I left here last week Sunday, and I arrived in Antigua. When I got to Antigua, I did not inform the Antiguan authorities that I was coming there. That I could have. I'm traveling with my passport. I identified as former Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago in that passport. I am in transit to Montserrat, where I'm going as a guest of the government of Montserrat to participate in some activities. When I got to Antigua, I had a little labor of a few hours. I went through the normal arrangements that other entrance would go through. And I So I submitted my passport when it was my turn to enter Antigua on my return. I got tremendous assistance from the officer in contact with me, who assisted me in putting the app on my phone and making the application to enter and so on. And then this officer was extremely nice to me, very cooperative, very happy to be dealing with me. And she then went through our process. She put the passport to the machine reading instrument. And then she blinked. She slowed down her conviviality. And then she asked me to cool down. And she left me standing there. And she disappeared behind some counter into some office. And after a significant period in the context of going to immigration, she came back. Her demeanor changed a little bit, but she was still very pleasant, and she did not tell me anything. She went through the process, and she asked me to come through, and she escorted me out to the area where I was standing. I didn't think much of it, because I've been through many airports. I've filled up with 5 passports in my day, more than 5 passports, I should say. So I was familiar with something. So I got into Antigua in the airport. And a little surprisingly after, Antigua security came looking for me, found me, and took me into the protocol system and took me into the executive lounge where I would complete my meeting. One of the officers who I interacted with there, in making conversation with her, I mentioned my delay at immigration. Because I was kind of, while not bothered, I was a little concerned. And somewhere along the line, I was then told after having there for a while, somebody spoke to somebody, and then I was told that the reason why I was delayed is because I was on a watch list. I didn't say anything then because I didn't want to create any issue in Antigua. I went on to Montserrat. I was received in Montserrat and enjoyed the protocols of the government of Montserrat with people in Montserrat for a week. And we did what we had to do. I came back to Antigua on my way home. I'm going through the system again in similar manner. This time a different officer. And the process went very smoothly until my passport was submitted to the machine at the leading base. Same story. The officer stopped me, asked me to move on, and the officer disappeared again. After a protracted period, the officer came back to me and said to me that I was on some list which requires me to be what's going on there. So I asked the officer, well, what is this about? The officer said to me, I can't tell you what it's about, but if you want to speak to my supervisor, I can arrange for you to speak to the supervisor. I said, yes, I will speak to the supervisor. I went to speak to the supervisor, and the supervisor, again, extremely pleasant officer, explained to me that this development, which I'm experiencing, is as a result of mistaken identity. And I found that a little strange, because I don't know that difficult happens to me. And I asked, mistaken identity with whom? And she said, that another person may not have the same birthday as us.
Yes, my friends, that was the former Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda explaining his ordeal in Antigua and Barbuda, the former Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Keith Rowley, explaining his ordeal in Antigua and Barbuda and how he was detained because he was on the list, the watchdog list, a European-based list, and he said the immigration officer explained to him that it's a mistaken identity why he's on the list, and it's very confusing because even the former Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rowley, do not have a clue why he was on that list. But he said when he went through Antigua to go to Montserrat, connecting to Antigua and then Montserrat, he was stopped by immigration. The lady was very friendly, and then when she realized he's on the list, she went to the back. She came back friendly still, but you could see the change in her attitude, and then he was told he's on that list, and somehow he made his way through to Montserrat. But when he was coming back again, another officer, a male officer this time, stopped him and said he's on the list, watchdog list, and he asked what's it about. So the immigration officer went and called his supervisor, and the supervisor explained that it's mistaken identity why he was placed on that list. It is very confusing, but Dr. Keith Rowley, the former Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, is now calling on the government of Trinidad and Tobago to respond to this, because he is saying that such a list, he could not get on such a list without the help of the government of Trinidad and Tobago. That is politics for you, my friends, but that is Trinidad and Tobago's politics. Comment and let me know your thoughts on what exactly happened, what you think happened in Antigua and Barbuda with the former Prime Minister. Let me know if you heard about it. Let's have a wonderful interactive conversation. If you're watching for the first time, please consider subscribing to the channel. The mission of my channel is to bridge the gap between the African continent and the African diaspora, because we are one people separated by a brutal transatlantic slave trade and colonialism, but we're coming back together as one. So subscribe to the channel, like this video, share it with all your friends and family, comment your thoughts and opinion, and let me know what you think about this bizarre topic of the former Prime Minister Keith Rowley being detained in Antigua and Barbuda. You can also join my channel and become a channel member by clicking the link in this description box. Sign up and become a channel member. This will go a long way in helping to support bridging the gap between our people in Africa and in the Caribbean, North America, our brothers and sisters, our African American brothers and sisters in the north, and also afar in Canada and Europe and the UK, our Africans in the UK and Europe. My friends, my name is Beyond. Thank you for watching this video today. Comment your thoughts and opinion, like the video, share it with all your friends and family, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. I also have a travel channel. The link is in this description box too. You can go on over and subscribe to that channel as well. But I appreciate you watching today, and of course I am normally outside, but the rain has been pouring today. It's rainy season here in the Caribbean. The weather is changing. Normally this time of year wouldn't be this rainy. Coming on to the end of summer normally is rainy, but what they say, climate change, but who knows, my friends. Thank you for watching today, and my name is Beyond. This is Beyond Uncut, and I'll see you tomorrow on the outside, hopefully in the next video. Much love and bye-bye.